Welcome back to the Publix AI series. Today we hit you from Echo Park Motor Speedway in Atlanta, where we have the Xfinity cars just ready to hit. Let's go trackside. We're going to bring up our starting grid right now. Sitting on your pole is Gizmo Tech in the 38 car. Sitting next to him is Daytona 500 winner Josh Berry in the 18. Starting third is Paxton Brandon in the 94. Starting fourth is the number 4 of Sacramento Cali. Starting fifth is Micah Sanchez in the 41. Sixth, Bryson Moody, your Auto Club winner in the 45. Seventh is Chase Ingram in the 01. 8 is Luna Morales in the number 15. Ninth is Gavin Smith, the number 13. 10th, Michael A. Good in the number 25. 11th, Daniel DeStasio in the 7. And in 12th, Cole Trudeau, last week's Sonoma winner, starting in 12th. Next, 13th, we have Zechariah Cartledge. It's followed by Ethan Eckert in the 22, 14th. Redding Cali in the 65 and 15th. 16th, John Bergermouth the 3rd. 17th, Alfredo Hidalgo in the 42. 18th is Casey Bristow in the 92. Kostaki Corvus is coming in 19th in that 64 car, with Brian Post next to him in the 8. 21st is Mellon in the number 1. Bailey Datz next to him in the 00. The 23rd is Colby Brown in the 73. 24th is Thomas Annunziata in the 70. Starting 25th is Mr. Bear in the 36. 26th is Jay Bergermouth in the 34, his teammate. 27th is Jackson Cottingham in the 07. 28th, Jeff Bells in the 11. Landon Slagan starting behind his teammate in the 29th position in the 91. 30th, Nolan Crane in the 44. 31st is Caden Gulo in the 48. Jingles Bells in the 32. In 32nd in the 19 car. Snowflake Bells, teammate, 33rd in the 10. Wyatt Youngblood, your Vegas winner, starting 34th in the number 12 car at his home track, with Jax Holder in the number 2, his teammate, starting 35th. James Carney starting in your final position in the 66 car. And that is your grid for this race. Now let's get over to some race info. It's a night race. The track temperature is a cool 78 degrees. It's a half a mile track, 1.5 mile track around Atlanta. Track that's had a lot of history, and with the repave, is a full throttle track. 78 degrees outside with 45% moisture, partly cloudy, 2 mile per hour winds. We are in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. So we get ready for the Not Credit 1 400. The Simply Orange 400. Simply Orange 400 from Echo Park Speedway. This is Georgia TV Sports from Echo Park as we get to look at now the starting lineup. Well, as you can see from a better view is what the lineup has for us. And if we give you a quick rundown on who our winners are in the series so far, 4 races in, that would be, and if we go to rear chase camera, our winners, Josh Berry in the 18, Bryson Moody, his teammate, in the 45, Cole Trudeau in that 62. Finally, all the way at the back, Wyatt Youngblood in the 12. So we're ready to get going here. Gizmo Tech on the pole, looking to do something. After a scary crash last week, Sacramento Cali getting ready to try to make up for that issue that he had last week and get out of the wrecks. But we are ready to roll off as they come out of the pits for what is going to be a great race here at Atlanta. They got 45 laps here. Cup race coming up next. And that's a big race because still fighting for points. A lot of drivers still fighting for playoff spots. As we head on to the track. Pace car is going to take the hard left onto pit road, and we are ready to go green here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Green flag in the air, and the 38 with a great jump off the start. This is a drafting track. They need to get into a line, and they'll be there. Out of the back straightaway now. For the first time, Paxton Brandon leading the bottom line as Gizmo Tech on the top. And they're going to take it 3. That's Micah Sanchez in the 41 going to the bottom. 3 wide. And they're leaving Paxton Brandon right in the middle. As here comes Bryson Moody on the bottom. Oh, Gizmo Tech's in the wall. Hard in the wall. Big crash behind them. Big crash. That is Mellon taking a huge hit into the wall. Caution is out. And that is a huge crash. Now we're going to check what happened because more back in the field, they were wrecking a little bit more, and we're going to take a look from Micah Sanchez's or Mellon's race car. So they went 3 wide. So here's the slowed down. Micah Sanchez is on the bottom. Or, I'm sorry, Mellon is on the bottom. And you can see Paxton Brandon get a little bit loose up front. He hits Gavin Smith in the 13. He's got damage. But right here, 35 of John Bergermouth III getting turned by Casey Bristow after getting what looked to be a horrible push from Brian Poston. Right into Mellon, the 92 went, and he was way up the racetrack. He goes right into the wall. Oh, man, that's a head-on collision, and they were hitting it from behind, too. That's the 10 of Snowflake Bells getting into the 66. But Mellon gets insane air, and he's almost going upside down. In that Fifth Thirds bank, number 1. And he's almost going upside down multiple times. Mellon, a huge wreck to start off this race. He just hits the wall there. And he may be done. I think he's done for the day. Which is so an unfortunate 2 weeks now for Mellon, who's been involved in many wrecks that have just taken him out of races. And that car did not want to stay on the ground at all. I don't know if it finally got back on all 4 wheels or just on the back straightaway. They just... Paxton Brandon, big damage. I don't know where that came from, but we can take a look. We're going to take a look at what happened in the back with the 19 and the 10. They're just running, and they wreck in front, and they all get into each other. And Wyatt Youngblood, that's a race winner involved in that wreck, and a lot of damaged race cars here. And we're going to take one more look, and this will be from the front of the 00 of Bailey Dats on board. So here's the onboard view. Oh my goodness. And he had some front end damage. He got hit by Mellon right there, and that is huge damage. And he's out of the pits. Well, not the start to the race you wanted to have, but then again, a lot of damage. And our leader, still in the pits, getting damage repaired. Bryson Moody out front. He is your new leader. Just a lot of damage. And a lot of, as in the pit road as we are set to go green on lap 5 after a crazy start to the race. And even Chase Ingram with some damage in the 01, that 01 BBS car on the top line. So now, top 10's changed a lot. Bryson Moody, Chase Ingram, Micah Sanchez, Daniel DeSasio, Zechariah Cartledge, Ethan Eckert. And green flag in the air. And we are back green once again. So Bryson Moody is going to take the lead. And GKR, despite losing one of their cars in the back, Shax Holder's on the bottom. At 4, the 65 and the 64 are all together. All three of those Mobile 1 cars, and we'll take a look back at them right here. That is Redding Cali, Sacramento Cali, and Kostaki Corvesas all near each other in this race. And, well, now they're getting a little bit swirly. 3 wide once again. Oh, and the 65 gets loose into Micah Sanchez. They save it. Up the racetrack, Micah Sanchez is going to take out the 01, and a big one. The big one happens behind them. Chase Ingram with damage. And more cars are involved, and we are under caution for the second time. So right here, Mike is going to get into the 01 of Chase Ingram. They're both going to hit the wall. DeStasio had nowhere to go. He just hit the rear end. And Chase Ingram's race is done. He's got big damage. And Alfredo Hidalgo getting into the 7. They wreck behind him. Oops. There we go. And the 07 and the 48 also in the wall. Cole Trudeau, last week's winner, finishes the job on Micah Sanchez as 36 is involved. And just big damage from many cars in the field. And Cole Trudeau's race may be over. He's got damage. And a big hit for the 34. The 34. Hit a huge hit into the wall. It's Jay Bergermouth. We're going to take a look at that wreck really quick. That's you're watching the 34. He's going to get clipped. And he gets clipped again, and oh man, just hits the wall, and that's probably a race ender right there. Let me come back. As everybody is in the pit, everybody's out of the pits. Bryson Moody, first round of the pits, and well, in a race that this is wreck filled, they are not scared to take it 3 wide, and well, this is what happens. 9 laps through, and already half the field's out of the race. "12 cars are on the lead lap. 18 are still in the race. And my goodness, well, that happened. 12 cars still out on track. Other cars in the pits, and from 21st on, these cars are out of the race. Now the crowd really quiet. 10 laps through. And only 10 cars. So, right now, your top 10 is Bryson Moody, Redding Cali, Michael A. Good, Zachariah Cartledge, Luna Morales, Colby Brown, Mr. Bear, Kostaki Corvesis, Sacramento Cali, and Bailey Datz. So 10 laps through, and we've already lost about half the field. And the pace car is going to jump onto the pits. Green flag in the air. Bryson Moody's going to get a huge jump off the bottom. And we are ready to go back racing here from Atlanta. Down the back straightaway now. Still 2x2. Nobody's going to take it 3, I don't think. And the 15 is going to go to the bottom. She's going to try to take it 3. Michael A. Good's left. Oh, and there goes Colby Brown and Bryson Moody, and the big one once again. And that's going to take out a couple race cars. Danny DeStasio involved, Gavin Smith involved, Jax Holder involved, the 4, Sacramento Cali involved. And once again, the race just continues to get worse and worse, and we are under caution once again. I'm going to try to get this in slow motion. Right here. Colby Brown on the bottom just gets turned by the 25 of Michael Good, and piling in was Kostaki Corvesis and hard hit into the wall for Brian Post. And we're going to take a look at Brian Post's direct really quick. That was a hard hit into the fence by him. right here. That's the 8 car. Brian Post, he's just going to get involved. And oh, what a hit. All right, one more view we're going to get is from the 64 of Kostaki Corvesis, who crashed into his teammate. Right here, they're racing. As you can see, they hit. And he just piles into his teammate after hitting Brian Poston. Well, Gizmo Tech once again involved in another wreck. And well, this race could have gone a little bit better for some of these guys, but unfortunately now we get to a point where everybody's in the pits. Back to the main broadcast, everybody in the pits. The leader is the 15. Now, currently, and that's the 4. Sacramento Cali, who's claimed to be on the lead lap, but then again, I don't believe that too much. No, he's off the racetrack. So, cars into the pits. Right now, as of now, only 6 cars out of the pits and with no damage. So a race to forget for some of these drivers, as it has just been a wreck haven. And well, many cars out of this race, and it looks to be that everybody's just trying to run, and even from 15th on, 5 laps down. And the car who was in 10th place is 6 laps down, or 2 laps down, I'm sorry. And we are only on lap 14. So, comes to be a big issue here, as possibly, will we run out of competitors? So we get ready to go green once again. A lot of damage, race cars, and top 6 currently the only ones really in contention for anything without damage. Everybody still in the pits, and it's the 36 of Mr. Bear who's going to be the next car. The 7th car that's still there. Everybody else still on pit road, and fortunately for them, the only cars that are on pit road damaged. Bryson Moody currently has a meatball flag, which means that he may be out of this race with a lot of damage. Don't think he's on the lead lap currently, or he's even on the track. The pace car is going to take the left into pit road, and we're going to get ready to go green once again. Green flag back in the air at Atlanta. And we currently have like 12 cars out of the 36 who started still on the racetrack. As we hit through turn 1. Zachariah Carter's getting loose. Let's see. And there goes the 91 to take it 3. Oh, he's going to step back and not do it yet. As we'll come on to lap 17 out of 45. The 15 leads. Down the back straightaway on lap 17. Oh, and the 10 car is going to come into the pits. 10 car absolutely jumps down to head into the pits. And Zechariah Carledge is your new leader. Now Billy Dett's going to take the top from him, so Billy Dett's leading right now for the first time tonight. Well, within the first 20 laps, we've lost over half of the field. And, well, as you can see by the scoreboard, top 8, top 7 are the only ones on the lead lap. Everybody behind is either two or more laps down or out of this race. Now, 00 is going to get to Zechariah Cartledge's rear bumper. Not enough. And now the 10 car on the racetrack. Going to get in front of the leader. Going to get in front of the bottom pack and slow them all the way down. The 10 car I don't know what that was. The 44 of Nolan Crane in this pack, not fighting for really anything. So is Alfredo Hidalgo. The only people who are really up here are the 15, the 00, the 61, and the 65. As they now hit the 25 to go mark, as there's James Carney coming out of the pits in the 66. Well, they're trying to make something happen on the top line. They can't really get it done. That's... As now the pack's going to get all... The pack's going to come up together. Well, let's see who survived today. 2 Toyotas survived. And there's not that many Toyotas in the field, so... I think these are the only 2 Toyotas in the field, so they survived. Out of 3. 4 Chevys and 3 Fords, so... Or 4 Fords. And 4 Chevys. So, realistically, it's balanced. As to who's in the top 10. By manufacturer. And now, Nolan Crane's going to unlap himself 1 lap with the 65 on the bottom. And the 15 in front, once again, just leading laps. Now, hopefully the Cup race does not go like this, and hopefully we have some good racing. We still want to see some crashes, but not crashes that take out about half the field and leave us with 7 people on the lead lap when it comes to 22 to go. We just basically hit the halfway point of this race, and only 7 cars on the lead lap, and, well, one of those 7 can win the race. Just who of those 7 is going to win the race? As they go down the back straightaway. Well, you know, it gets interesting when you look at it. 3 wide twice, and it resulted in the same wreck happening. And, well, now we're left with this. As there's Wyatt Youngblood on the bottom trying to rejoin after coming out of the pits. And there's Kostaki Corvesis also coming out of the pits. He's going to do the same thing the 10 did. Hopefully he gets out of the way. I think he will. He's going to give the 10 a taste of her own medicine and let the 15 run away with it. Big damage for that 64. He gets it fixed. He's out. He's not in contention to win the race. His teammate, though, on the high side, Redding Cali, is in that contention window. So they come down the back straightaway. And 10 car on the bottom. in the Prime Bites Chevrolet. And, well, the bottom line, and Michael Good got a really good run, but still got to pass some lap cars, and that's the really big issue with having these cautions. Now you're in a pack of lap cars, and you got to work with these lap cars to try to get up front, and that's what Michael Good's doing in that 25. And off turn 4, the 15 still is your leader. I think that Sacramento would have a really good run, and, well, after last week's race we thought he would, and nope, he ended up in the wall just like he did last week, and that's just the unfortunate thing about these races. As the 65 just continues to drop back. There's a battle between the 15 and the 25 with 16 to go. Well, really looking at what happened here, it just, it just happened. The unfortunate bug of just getting into wrecks, and, well, caught these drivers here today. Kosaki's going to go try to unlap himself. Not really going to work. He doesn't have enough of a run. He has 11 laps down. Well, from 25th on, the drivers are out of the race. The rest are still a couple laps down or in the pits. So we're going to go take a look at our pulsator, Gizmo Tech, and where he is. He's in the back of this pack. He has dropped 14 spots. Just in an unfortunate event. Our big mover of the day so far is Jax Holder in the 2. He's moved up 25 spots. The only person who could really beat him is Jingles Bells in the 19. And still cannot pass anybody else, so. And there's Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear is now Zechariah Cartlidge in the back now. I'm throwing through Mr. Bear in the front. He's passed for the lead in that 36 car. Now lap traffic heading in front. There's your Daytona winner, Josh Berry. He's a couple laps down, but still in this pack. Don't take it 3 wide. Don't take it 3 wide. All right. He knows better. He knows better not to take it 3 wide. We've seen what happened all day long. When you take it 3 wide, it doesn't really work for you, so. Here they come. And now, Michael Good and the 15 pass. 36, who's stuck behind the 4. Not running in this pack. We're going to go take a break, and we're going to go crank it up. Ten to go now, and Lynn Morales still leads as she tries to run away from the 25 of Michael Good with 10 to go. Now 9 to go, coming to the line. I gotta say, we talked about Sonoma being awful last week, but this race has been worse. Saying the 25. Not trying to make a move. But just been awful. It's not a great race for these drivers. There's just half the field going on the first, within the first 15 laps. It's just an unfortunate event in the Simply Orange 400, but as they come through. On to the back straightaway now. But 15 still leads with room behind her. If this stays the same, it would be the first win for EKR in this series. And we would see that 15 car go back into victory lane once again with the Brandt sponsorship. 7 to go. We're going to come to 6 to go now. Michael Good not really putting up a fight in the back as he's got a lot of lap cars to try to cut through to get up front. We're going to go on board with Michael Good. Yeah, he's got Josh Berry to his inside, and now we're getting passed once again. Just not running anything better, and just all the lap cars running like they're in a main pack, and yeah, just can't do anything at that point. As with 5 to go, almost putting on a second lead. I feel like Kostaki would definitely have a chance here if he didn't wreck out earlier. His car's been great all night. His driving ability's been great all night. It's just that, 19th place definitely going to bother him a little bit because he wants to make it to the playoffs. And he was definitely fast here. Zechariah Cartledge now moves into second. But not a lot of time to try to catch the leader. As we hit 3 to go here from Atlanta. Stay tuned tomorrow, the Quaker State 400 tomorrow. Atlanta, the Cup Series, getting ready to take their run at it. It's now blocking high is the 15. Zechariah Cartledge now on the bottom. He's going to push the 44 past. Side by side for the lead. But will he have enough? He's got to get to the top, no matter what, to try to get the 15. 2 to go. Here from the Simply Orange 400. Michael Good not in striking distance. Zechariah Cartledge still trying to push that race car to try to get up to the front. He's got 1.5 laps to do it. He's now behind the 15. The 15 is going to jump to the bottom. Left him up high. He's going to have the draft from the 44. It may not be enough now. White flag, 1 to go. Here from Atlanta. And Luna Morales in the 15 leads. Zechariah Cartledge sits behind. But will it be enough? Side drafting on the bottom. Going to get a good run off the corner. In the draft of the 15. There's a chance. Cutting down. The 15 is going to go to the bottom. Zechariah Cartledge now almost taking 3 wide. No, he's not going to have enough. Luna Morales is going to get the first win for EKR. And it's going to be done. At Atlanta. She's going to lock herself into the playoffs with that win. And in a horrible race, she's going to get the better end of it, not getting into any wrecks. She'll come out of it the winner. We could pull up the race results right here. As this is not the race results. There's the race results. So, coming in first place is going to be the 15 of Luna Morales. Second is Zechariah Cartledge. Third, Michael A. Good. Fourth, Mr. Bear. Fifth, Redding Cali. Sixth, Landon Slagan. Seventh, Bailey Datz. Eighth is where we start to get to the guys who were laps down. Jingles Bells. 9th, Sacramento Cali. 10th, Jax Holder. 11th, Nolan Crane. 12th, Alfredo Hidalgo. 13th, Josh Berry. 14th, Ethan Eckert. 15th, Gizmo Tech. 16th, Snowflake Bells. 17th, Thomas Annunziata. 18th, Gavin Smith. 19th is Kostaki Corvesis. 20th, James Carney. 21st, Daniel Estacio. 22nd, Jeff Bells. 23rd, Cole Trudeau. 24th, Wyatt Youngblood. 25th, Micah Sanchez. 26th, Colby Brown. 27th, Bryson Moody. 28th, Chase Ingram. 29th, Jay Bergermouth. 30th, Jackson Cottingham. 31st, Caden Gulo. 32nd, Brian Post. 33rd, Paxton Brandon. 34th, John Bergermouth III. 35th, Casey Bristow. And 36th, Mellon. Well, we thank you for watching this race tonight. I am George Kirafias, your host. We thank you for watching Publix Xfinity Series action on this YouTube channel. Well, what a race it was. We had our wrecks, we had our finish. We'll come to you tomorrow from Atlanta for the Cup Series race from the Quaker State 400. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.